Hey everyone, welcome back to QA Automation with Gaurav. We'll continue with our BDD Cucumber Framework series. In the previous video, we saw how we can make our Cucumber Framework data-driven using keywords like scenario outline, examples, etc. Well, in today's session, I'll show you exactly how to do data-driven testing in Cucumber using external data sources like Excel, CSV, and JSON. By end of this video, you will know how to read data dynamically from external files and make your test flexible and reusable. So let's jump right in. First of all, we'll see how we can make our framework data driven using external data from Excel. So when you need large test data, the best approach is to store it externally. Here we will use Apache POI to read the Excel files. So our first step will be adding the dependency of Apache POI in the POM XML, and then we will be creating an Excel reader utility. And the third step, we have to use that Excel data in step definition. So let's begin doing that. Uh, and once we will use it, we can iterate through multiple users directly from the Excel. That also we can do it. So let's start by adding our dependency. So I have the dependency code ready. I'll just copy and paste it directly into the POM XML. Let me open POM XML. Okay. Under the dependencies, I'll just add at the end of this. Okay. Yeah. I think once I'll just rerun or refresh it, it resolved the Maven dependencies, and this POI will be updated. Suppose we have POM XML already, then definitely okay, the error is gone. Then definitely this has been added, the dependency, and we can use it. Now the next step is creating an Excel sheet, Excel reader utility. For that, I have the code ready as well. Let me just copy it. Okay, I'll go to utils, then create a new class under utils folder, Excel reader. Okay, as you can see, I've created a new class. I'm just pasting the code for um, basically it is the code for getting the data from the Excel sheet. So it will start with file input stream workbook. It will pick the sheet, then it will iterate through the cells through this code, and it will uh, keep on adding the data from the Excel sheet to the data um list, and then we can close the web workbook, and then we will this will return the data which we require from the Excel sheet. Let me just fix this. I'll keep on importing the uh, this is fine. Import. Okay, yeah, so basically everything needs to be imported, all the libraries which are required specifically for this. Cool. Yeah, this will not be a problem. And then I'll be adding exceptions as well. I'll add exception for this as well. Yeah, this looks cool. I can remove this. This is not required. So the third step is to utilize those test data into the step definition methods. So I've just navigated to login step. This is the step definition for login feature. So basically I need to fetch the data and put it in the username password data wherever I required. So I'll just comment this line basically, and then I will use the list of maps actually. Uh, Okay, so basically I have used list of maps to fetch the key value pair. I'm importing all the classes required. Okay, this is also imported. Seat name we have to give. So I'll just giving seat name one, which is I have given in the sheet. Cool. We'll add the exceptions as well. Let's iterate through the list. Yeah. So basically, it has already suggested me with this. Mm, yeah. See, it has suggested me with the mm, uh, like with the code which is required to iterate through the list of maps. So I'm just doing that. Okay. Mm, I'll be storing. Okay. So I have stored uh, the value of the key username in username string password also I'm storing. So this is how I'm doing. After that, we have got the username password. I'll just do it with login, enter username. I'll use username here. Okay, username, password, close, close. For username. So like Excel sheet, we can also I use JSON and CSV. So for CSV, we can use OpenCSV. For JSON, we have to use Jackson library. So for both, I'm not repeating the steps because they are almost similar to what we have implemented for Excel. So yeah, moving on, data tables. So data tables basically it's pretty much interesting. It can be used in many ways. Tables are used to handle large amounts of data. They are quite powerful, but not the most intuitive, as you either need to deal with a list of maps or map of lists. Most of the people get confused with data tables and scenario outline, but these two works completely differently. For example, when we use scenario outline, we have to uh, basically use it in the in a different way. Basically, this is the how we have to use when we are implementing the data tables. We have to enter the data also after our username and password in the scenario. Suppose we are using scenario outline, then we have to write example, and then we have to put our username and password and the value of it separately in example. But uh, since because of the concept of data table, we are in scenario only, we are implementing the value directly with the uh, keys like a username and password in the scenario feature only directly. So yeah, I mean, we can implement that too. Yeah, I think this is done. So this is how we can just use the Excel reader utility and get or fetch the value from the Excel. So here we are fetching the value of key, username and password with the Excel sheet of path given here, sheet name given here, and then I'm just getting the value and using it in my Selenium code here where I'm entering the username. I'm using the same string which is I have created. So yeah, this is how it's done. Let's see some of the differences between scenario outline and data table. Scenario outline, this uses English keyword to define the test data for the scenario. This works for the whole test. Cucumber automatically runs the complete test. The number of times equal to number of data in the test set. For but like test data, uh, this so basically this is data table. No keyword is used to define the test data. This works only for the single step below which it is defined. Yeah, that's what I have mentioned before. A separate code needs to understand the test data, and it can be run single or multiple times, but again just for the single step, not for the complete test. So yeah, that's the difference. Let's see the best practices. We have to keep your data in a separate folder like src test resource test data. So yeah, obviously the Excel sheet or JSON or CSV, anything which we are creating, we have to put it in test src test resource test data package. We have to use a generic data provider utility. Yeah, we can do that. And we should not overload our feature files. Keep them readable. Yeah, so we should not have multiple steps, and we will not like overload the feature files will with like many scenarios, many steps. So we have to keep it simple, neat and readable. We have to ensure that data source format is consistent and version controlled. Yeah, that is also one of the important practices we have to make while working with the framework. And that's how you perform data driven testing in Cucumber using external data files. With this approach, your test becomes scalable, maintainable, and super flexible. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your QA friends. Drop a comment below if you want a full Excel plus Cucumber framework implementation tutorial. I'll create that next. Thanks for watching. This is Gaurav signing off from QA Automation with Gaurav. See you in the next one.